Very good afternoon. Let me just adjust this. Very good afternoon, early good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Arunfoot Chaudhary, and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. And welcome to another Indian football discussion, a little earlier than our usual time because I'll be heading out a little later for work, for media work actually. Last week was judo. Last week was judo. This week it is going to be handball here locally in Ramshad. So therefore I'll be heading out for that. So therefore I decided to prepone my live and mix it with games which are happening in the Indian Super League. Of course, it's Super Saturday, so we have a number of games to look at, and interesting, of course, to see what has happened. Of course, we have the kickoff in 17 minutes of Bengaluru FC versus East Bengal FC, and earlier, what I would call a surprise result: Odisha FC lose at home to Chennaiyin FC. So if anyone had bet on that result, congratulations. But it's not a result that I would have thought that I would have come up, especially after the first half. And if we look at the game and look at the highlights of the game, then it's relatively easily told. Odisha FC take an early lead through a penalty foul on Hugo Bumus by Shomik Mitra. Diego Mauricio scores chances at both ends, but then in the second half, double strike by Farooq Chaudhary, and the 1-0 for Odisha was actually very friendly, I feel, on Odisha's side, because I felt that Chennai actually were good in the game, had sometimes even more of the opportunities, and then things changed in that second session. As said, Farooq Chaudhary with the double strike, 48th minute, 51st minute. Suddenly, Odisha are behind, and Chennai even score a third, Daniel Chimachukwu in the 69th minute, and Odisha throw everything at their opponents, but in the end, it's only a Roy Krishna consolation 3-2, and Odisha FC, who, if I am not wrong, did not lose even one game at home last season, lose their first match of ISL-11 at home. So that's, in my opinion, at least, a big upset. Sorry, and it's an interesting one where, with which I would have not come up with. If you asked me before to predict results, I surely would have said that I would think, or I would believe, Odisha FC would win this one rather than Chennai. But I've also said that if I look at the way Owen Coyle has put his team together, I am, to say the least, impressed. But again, what did I expect? I said it in my preview. Owen Coyle is always someone to take seriously, and see with the talent available at his disposal. And yeah, some people will say they'll be surprised. Fevin says, Chennai, what a comeback, loved it. Yeah, Fevin, exactly. But again, Chennai to me also looked, if I'm very honest, the better. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought they looked better to me than Odisha FC. Odisha sometimes looked a little rusty. Of course, did have chances. Bumus with that header where he hits Shomik. Could have scored of that. But otherwise, Chennai away, quite impressive. I will have to say, and that carried forward. So from that perspective, I'd say deserving win. And of course, in the first half, as Ayush says, of Odisha, SC defense became weaker. Yes, that's also a case because of two injuries. And good evening, Ranjan, from my side as well. Malappuram FC match home, Payanath Stadium house full already. Great to hear. But again, is Malappuram FC going to be sort of the Kerala Blasters of that league? Looks like it, right? Because the others have been, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I have at least seen little bits and pieces here, the first day hype has not kept up to its sort of, How's the bench strength of Odisha? Any comments? Femin, I thought bench strength Odisha is actually quite okay. But I don't know if I look at um, they have options or had options. If I look at it, who all came on, of course, they were forced to substitute Sagagama and Carlos Delgado early on. I think within the first half hour, two of your four defenders off, and you have to bring in, of course, Jerry Lalinzwala and Murtada Fall. But again, if you can bring on Jerry Lalinzwala as a left back and Murtada Fall as a centre back, I think that's not bad. Brought in Roy Krishna at the break. Jerry Lamang Thanga came in for Rahim Ali in the second half, Rainier for Narendra Gelo to add to the attack. So from that perspective, I think Odisha's bench is not that weak. I don't know what others think, but I think Odisha's bench can potentially do something this season. Guten Abend, all good. Ashley, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world, and all the best. Chennaiyin FC defense looked very surprisingly stable. Why are you surprised? Would be my question, Ronald. Because I feel Ryan Edwards is a little underrated, and Laldin Puya has been playing well for Jamshedpur in the last few years. On Coil knows him. Got Mandara Odesai, Rentle as well. So, and you've got option, right? I mean, you still have options on those positions. So therefore, from that standpoint, and you've got El Sino in front of that. Of course, he did have his problems once in a while with Hugo Bumus, but I thought it was an interesting game, and Chennaiyin looked going forward good. The player who surprised me the most, if you ask me, I don't know if you guys agree to that, Farooq Chaudhary. Not because he scored the 2 goals, but especially in the first half, his movements, his the way he was getting into positions, I felt impressed. I have to say, I felt impressed to see. I don't know if I've not seen Farooq Chaudhary this good in a while. But and again, Irfan Yadvat starts, no Gurkirat, no Kian Nasiri, people that others have been demanding in the national team. To me, so therefore, to me, Chennaiyin, very, very impressive overall. Agree, Insta followers of Malappuram is more than official SLK page, ISL-11 FC. Yeah, Ranjan, I think that's my feeling. Hi, Roshan, guten Tag. Your opinion on Namte? I always liked the boy. Very talented, very gifted. That free kick in the first half, that was a strike. Let's see how far he can go. Maybe if he gets his physicality a little bit up. I think there are a few of these young players, if they use their time with and under Owen Coyle, I think they could become an interesting, aspect, maybe going down the road for the national team. Could be. Not saying too fast, but, there are quite a few of those youngsters, and let's see which of these youngsters actually make it. Namte was pushed a little bit to the side at Mohun Bagan by Abhishek Suryavanshi last season. So therefore, let's wait and see. I wish to see such crowd in all ISL and major I-League matches in every season. Ranjan, I think all of us would, but the reality is, but sadly, that will not be the reality. Is Ankit a left back or right back? I thought he was a natural right back. Farooq was really good. To me, he's a natural right back, but if needed, he can play as a left back. So that's that. When is India's next important tournament? We're not asking about any age bracket like U20, U17. Until the next one is in March, when the qualifiers for the AFC Asian Cup 2027 start. yeah, that's going to be the next big assignment for the Indian team, and of course, then hopefully qualify for the Asian Cup, which again looks very difficult at the moment. And supposedly next summer there would be the SAF Cup. BFC East Bengal predictions, Febin. If you ask me like that, I would think, yeah, BFC would be the one that I would favor in this one. If you ask me, 2-1, 3-1. BFC. BFC is a strong team, and at home. And if you want to go through the lineups that both the teams have chosen, then we see Gurpreet Singh Sandhu in goal, Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Alexander Jovanovic, and Mahesh Naurem. Roshan Naurem Singh as left back. Suresh Wangjam, Capo, and I would say in defensive midfield. In front of that, Noguera. The young Venkatesh on one wing, Sunil Chhetri on the other, and Mendes up front. Very interesting lineup for BFC. Will be interesting to see if it's a 4-3-3 or if it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. Yeah, let's see how they set up. East Bengal, meanwhile, Prabsukhan Gill in goal, Mohammad Rakib as right back, Hector Yuste, Hijaji Maher, and Lalchung Nunga as left back. We have Jigson Singh and Shobik Chakraborty, as well as Crespo. I would think Crespo would be more of maybe, I don't know if it's going to be a 4-3-3 with Diamantakos as key striker and Mahesh Naurem and Nandakumar Sikar on the wing, which is an interesting one because that means that, for example, maybe Talal on the bench, to me is a surprise. Let's see what they're going to do. Gurkirat won't get into national team if he gets this less game time. Totally agree. So to me, Gurkirat has to regularly play for. I have to not say Chennaiyin FC. I was about to say Mumbai City, and then we would see if he can progress. Ranjit was openly accused PC being bought out and biased. Does this make a case for ethics committee? 100% Shushmit. Good afternoon or good morning to you. I think there are a lot of, again, what is his relationship with Anwar? That itself is a question for the ethics committee because there is so many violations. This man should be banned. Sorry if I say this so directly, banned for life in the interest of Indian football. Sorry, but it's harming more than helping. And this whole carnival chaos that's happening, just use this. It's wasting time. It's wasting energy. Even we are talking more about this than talking about Indian football. We saw that yesterday. It's just a joke. If that free kick would have been more accurate, Amrinda wouldn't have saved it. No, he was a passenger. Amrinda was looking like this and oh wow, boom, hit it. So, and it's not just Amrinda. I think a lot of goalkeepers would have been passengers in that free kick. Brilliant free kick from Namte. Yeah. With the amount of shouting Owen Coyle does, even out of breath, players start sprinting out of inspiration orientation. It's impressive, right? But this is, you've got different types of coaches. You saw Sergio Ribero saying like this, waiting, and Owen Coyle is playing the game on the sidelines for 90 minutes, and that's the difference, right? We've got characters like, I don't know, like Jurgen Klopp, right, or Pep Guardiola, who also are quite active or can be quite active on the sidelines. So therefore, Owen Coyle at this age still very, very impressive in the way he handles his team, he works his team. I have to say, so therefore I'd say and he gets the result. He gets the result out of his team, and that's I think the impressive thing with Owen Coyle. That he is able to do stuff that I think other people are unable to do. So therefore, huge respect for Owen Coyle and what he gives to his team, what he gives to the players, tries to make the players better. And that for me is quite impressive, I have to say the least. That Owen Coyle is a character, I think that this is a kind of character you want, different kind of character, but this is a kind of character you will want as your head coach. Why East Bengal is not fighting is Bajaj for fooling them and gaining so much transfer money from two clubs. There were. It's a good question. It's a question for East Bengal. I mean, why did East Bengal had opportunities in these cases actually to stand back and say, listen, we don't want to play, right? And I think there are a lot of clubs, too many clubs who are. I've heard from a number of clubs that they would not touch the player at this moment, given the situation around the player. Sorry, I also wanted to exclude Asia Cup qualifiers or the use the SAFA for my next important tournament question. There is nothing. What should be an important tournament, Pranjal? Then, that would be my yeah. Let me know. What you think is an important tournament. Now we're looking from distance. Whenever there's an example, certain people in football might know how to run football academies or club, but don't understand other stuff. No, they don't even know how to run academies. Roshan, that is the thing. I met Chris on Thursday, Chris Ponakato Daniel, who you might also know, who used to work with me at IndianFootball.com. We were at a conference on Thursday. We were talking about Indian football. Today, Indian football is more chaotic and unorganized than it was 20 years ago. We're talking to people. We're talking to someone from the Bundesliga, or ex-employee of the Bundesliga, who we did some work 20 years ago. And that is my concern. If you look at things, it looks, if I'm looking at the moment at the Kantirava, how the Indian Super League is organized and how all of this is, that's the disturbing part. That for me is the disturbing part in everything that we should talk about. That is the disturbing part, that things seem to be much, much better than they have been in the past, but actually aren't, because the quality has not gone up. And this is not, the ISL has to be blamed in this, surely. The AIFF has to be blamed in this, but a big blame needs to be on all the stakeholders involved. And I don't take myself out of this. But if you ask these people, they will say, I do a super job. I've seen transactions between coaches who are criticizing Manolo and then saying, you know what, India's never played well under a foreign coach. And it's like, what are you talking about? The coaches are part of the problem. You tell me you guys would be doing a better job with these players who don't even, if they don't respect a foreign coach, would they respect an Indian coach? Do these people understand these things? I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this basic understanding that people should be using their brains, that's not being done in Indian football. And we're getting worse and worse by the second, by the minute, by the second. People around us are getting better. And when people ask me at a conference in Düsseldorf, how's Indian football doing? I have to sugarcoat. But then the people ask, but didn't you not make it to the third round of the Asian qualifiers? Why? It's 18 teams. You should be top 18. I don't have anything to say. It's embarrassing, guys. Hi, Kumar. Welcome back. You're right. RB should be banned. Imagine he becomes AIFF president. He thinks he's a lawyer. He thinks he's everything. Ask him. He should be asked. If those people have the guts and the balls to ask him, why was he part of the key people that India got banned by FIFA? He was one of the key people. No offense to his feelings, but feeling like this, reading offensive things in social media. This Anwar saga is getting irritating now. Is there any chance of getting FIFA banned if the court gets involved? The court has already gotten involved, Arnab. I know that Marcus tweeted something that this is not a case where FIFA can get involved. This can get involved because you have stopped a legal body of the AIFF from an order which is theirs. And with all due respect to the judge at the High Court, sorry, sir, this is not your matter. Someone needs to tell you this is not your matter. And it doesn't matter what the law of the land is. Law of sport stands above the law of the land. This is something that I tried to explain to people 2 years ago before the ban, and it still happened because the people did not want to understand. This is my concern, starting with the then sports minister, ministry level people, with people who were representing so-called AIFF at the time. right? And then Ranji abuses everybody. Oh, FIFA's corrupt, AFC's corrupt, this is corrupt, that's everyone's corrupt. You are clean. You're clean, everybody's corrupt. Nice. Let's see. What if PFA present the ground and he still doesn't accept the verdict? Where can go to get stay order? Utsav, he'll try to go somewhere else and then say, the fun one is that he comes around and says, oh, you know what? I did the transfer because new ruling of FIFA. I can terminate the contract. Blah blah. The old term contract doesn't exist. Okay, take it. Nice. Now he's saying, oh, how the PSC is constituted is not right because there needs to be this as legal advice that was. Yes, there is a provision under the new AIFF constitution, but that AIFF constitution doesn't exist. That is there on paper. The Supreme Court has not cleared it. So it's being very opportunistic to try and find means and ways to fool the system. So I don't say anything. It's actually not fool, it's actually cheat the system. Right? Over now, in today's Odisha FC match, no player played a good game match. I think that tactics did not work. Kumar, I wouldn't say they didn't play well totally. I think they had their moments. And if let's say Bumu's header goes in the first half, they score 2-0. I don't see Chennaiyin coming back from that game. I hope Manolo is watching all the young guys who are doing better rather than focusing on the old squad, those who are not performing. Actually, yes, but do you think that a player who does once well in the ISL should be called up to the national team? Right? We have those kind of issues, right? We need to realize. Hi, Shuman, welcome back. Does High Court have any jurisdiction over AIFF or its PC? Ripam, my understanding it wasn't, but why is the AIFF sending a legal counsel to those hearings? I don't understand. Why some big EV Yubuto showing so much love to Punjab? It's beyond my imagination. What's logic behind this? I have no understanding, and I don't want to think about it. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. But again, who am I to say that? These guys think they know better. Do they know Indian football, understand Indian football? Any new news on Anwar today? Truman, nothing at the moment. I guess the new rewritten order, which will be the same as the last one. I don't know. I've given up on timelines. Oh, still 0-0 in the match. Oh, that was a harsh one from Nanda on Suresh, and that he's lucky to get away with a yellow from Crystal John for that foul. That really hurt. If Bajaj wins this case, I see him holding him in a post in the AIFF. No, that's not going to happen. That I can assure you. Does I have the power to ban EV Anwar and scooters since they went to third party against the judges? In that case, FIFA would support them, right? Yeah, they can. And I think it's not a question of. I think it'll happen at some stage in some sort of form way. Let's see how it happens. And now, if AIFF goes to FIFA, that there is third party intervention because of Delhi FC, East Bengal FC, and Anwar Ali. See, FIFA is also on AFC indirectly observing these things, right? So it's not like this is coming out of the blue, right? So this is what you need to sort of keep in your back of your mind, that this is not something which is just happened by chance, and this is just happening for the sake of happening. So therefore, I think it's something which we'll see, and in this case, it becomes so complicated to say how and where this whole journey is going that I'm not going to comment on it anymore, because it's not very clear to me. I don't feel like even a single shred of regret for Anwar. He himself is the most to blame. Yeah, no, that's the sad part. By now, at the start, I thought, okay, misguided, this, that, everything, but on the other side, it's a question of, if he's smart enough and has the understanding that at some stage he needs to pull the plug, otherwise this is going to hurt his career in the long term. It's already hurting him because he's not on the pitch. He wasn't on the pitch yesterday. He's not on the pitch today. right? He's missing the first match day of the ISL because of that. And we saw his performance the other day for India. That was not good enough. East Bengal YouTubers are giving Bajaj to run this agenda. Very unfortunate. Yeah, Guardiola. I mean, the problem is, we're speaking about it. That's the other problem, right? We are speaking about it. We are discussing it, and and that's something where I say is that's the problem. What's the current team of Anwar who's going to pay him the salary? Ripam, as of Thursday, it was East Bengal Football Club. And if I'm he doesn't have a club today actually, because everything is taken out. He has no club. He says Moma went to court in 2021. FIFA didn't get banned. Ask how much truth does it hold? Can you give backstory? What happened? When did Mohun Bagan go to court in 2021? I don't even know the story. So he picks out things here, there, and everywhere. Yes, there are cases where you can actually go to court, to a civil court. But normally you keep it within football. So, yeah. Today's Imami jersey is looking like Basundara King's jersey. No, Shuman, I wouldn't say that. Another harsh foul from East Bengal, Dithram Jackson. The yellow card. Why Hapa players very quickly? Yesterday I saw someone telling Nofal better than Manvi. In reality, it's not. He's promising and fast, but it's his first match in ISL. Oh, no, exactly my thought process. Nofal didn't even start. He was just a sub, right? Did a brilliant job. No doubt about that. He was one of the reasons why Mumbai City were able to get a draw. But, after those few minutes, people are saying he should be part of the national team. No. He played against Ashish Rai, even made Air Force winger look prime Henry in Durant Cup. And that's the problem, Arnav. I mean, Ashish Rai was playing national team a few days ago. It's simple, just ban these people. AIFF have the power. FIFA will support you enough of scooter trick. I hope so, Guardiola. I don't understand if court made the decision null and void. How could the termination of loan deal be valid? No, the termination is also not valid, no? The NOC is not issued. Right? Frankly, who do you think to be blamed for Anwar's missing match? His mentor. Right? I mean, who else? Seniors like Sunil Chetri, Randy Singh should guide the boy. Clearly, the kid is in bad surroundings. Yeah, but if he doesn't want the guidance, you can't enforce it to say, listen, you have to listen to XYZ. It doesn't happen that way. Right? Hi, Manolo. Pitch looking beautiful in Bengaluru. Yeah, pitch looking beautiful in Bengaluru is right. But it was different in Odisha, I would say, where the ground wasn't as good. So, yeah. 20 people watching, only 9 like. Please like everyone. Yes, please. If you haven't, as always, I'm bad with this. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to arunfoot. Like, share, and subscribe if you think the content is good. 1,682. So it seems like I've lost 2 followers overnight. So let's grow the community, and let's keep more people joining in. Just as info, if you haven't seen, I had a little bit of a technical issue last night, so therefore I couldn't upload it earlier. My previews on the squads and the season of East Bengal FC and BFC is now online, so do have a look. And of course, I did a preview of Mohun Bagan versus Mumbai City and all the other team previews, which maybe make an interesting read for you guys. So please, yeah, do that. Did you saw Ashish Negi tweet? Manolo, no, I didn't. Let me just have a look at it once. 1 second. 1 second. Let me try and find it. Just 1 second. Let me just. Okay. Anwar Ali's hearing had to postpone Tuesday after PC's deputy chairman was driving during the start of the hearing. One lawyer pointed this out, questioning how the hearing could proceed like this. So PC eventually postponed it. So it's postponed to Tuesday. So no decision. Yeah. So therefore, let's wait. As always, let's wait and see what happens. Again, and these PSC guys are doing this on the side, so this is not the main gig. Let's see. But I said in life that if they ever have guts, they can ban me. I think they have it. It's now time. I mean, I've told the AIFF in the past to do it. They didn't have the guts to do it at the time, but let's see if it happens now. Just out of curiosity, what comedy event are you going? You told yesterday. Oh, it was a no, it was not a comedy. I was going to a local park festival in the evening. If termination of loan hasn't happened, how does that mean you're still a Mohun Bagan player? If the termination hasn't happened, then he's a Mohun Bagan player, right? I mean, that's the whole issue here, right? If his termination hasn't been accepted, again, that's the first thing. If the termination has not been accepted, whose player is he? Is he Delhi FC's player? He's surely not East Bengal's player. So the question is he an East Bengal player? Sorry, Mohun Bagan player, or is he a Delhi FC player? Right? So that's the reality of things, no? So we have to be careful about. But I'm not. This case has become so complex and complicated that there's no clarity on what's happening. So therefore, for my opinion, so I don't know. I don't know what you think, but I'm not clear, because in theory, if the termination is not accepted, he's a Mohun Bagan player. That's why I have huge respect for Becky. Even with the abuse he gets, he worked hard and played his hearts out. Even at this age, he improved quite a bit. Very well said. My speaking, Rahul Beke. Even to some extent, when I saw Rahim Ali today, these guys, there are others as well who have received a lot of abuse over the years, have been termed Lord, this, that, everything, and and still played on and have done, themselves, the country proud. Of course, Rahul Beke has done mistakes for club and country, no doubt about that. But he was captain in the first game, and he's one of them. I mean, we don't have any better defender. Even Anwar Ali is not a better defender than Rahul Beke at the moment. That's also reality. Or now that FIFA bans only FA because of third-party invasion, FIFA should give harsh punishment for East Bengal FC, Delhi FC, and Anwar Ali because of the third-party intervention. My reading is it's not their job. It would then be the job of the AIFF to act after such a thing happening. See, with the player, it's clear. You could get in even more trouble. For Delhi FC and East Bengal, it could be a matter of point deduction, and that's something that could be looked at. And otherwise, I don't know. Club bans rarely work, but minus points do work. So, and that would hurt them this season, right? And they potentially also already have the situation of potentially two transfer bans, right? Oh, Sunil took the ball away from Hector Yuste. Foul given. Let's see the situation once again. Yeah, Sunil tucked a little bit on the jersey. So this also proves the answer of Crystal John not being pro Sunil. Ismo invested quite a lot of money in play today without sponsor on jersey. Sponsor. Strange. Yeah, because a lot of the betting companies, which have been paying a lot of money over the last few years, don't seem to be spending that much of money this year. If you see, even BFC back of jersey free, which was always for a betting company, and let's wait and see if and when East Bengal finalized with the sponsor for the front of shirt. And Imami was, if I'm not wrong, Duran Imami was front of shirt. So they used it themselves. I want to know who made the deal, EB officials, Imami officials, or both. I think Imami officials were nowhere near this. This is all East Bengal officials. Can AIFF face any ban since they didn't initiate any third-party intervention, right? Of course the AIFF can get a ban because they're listening to this, right? The problem is with this issue of contempt of court, but I think the court needs to be told that this is not within your jurisdiction. That's where the AIFF needs to go to the court and tell the court, listen, sorry guys, this is not your cup of tea. So that's the reality, no? That's the difficult one on what has to be, what needs to be decided. But yeah, again, or don't turn up for the hearing. Looks bad, but might be a good solution in that situation. 60 minutes played. Goalless between BFC and East Bengal FC is just on the sidelines, and we're having an early chat today. So yeah, keeping a view of the game a little bit here and there, and let's see how it goes. Exactly. Anwar needs much working in his defensive game. He was defensively poor. Firstly, he needs to play all his games. He's too injury prone and takes much time to return to full fitness. Arnav, again, very good observation from your side. It's what I also feel. With the capabilities of Anwar, which are there, no doubt about that. But if Anwar is out once, and we saw that also after his forced his forced having to remain outside due to the heart condition, he needed time to get back, and that's something which is a reality. And it was last year also with the injuries. So therefore, these are things. In which ground Bajaj could be banned? Oh, what not? First of all, one needs to check what is his real relationship with Anwar, because he says he has a private long-term contract with the player. I think a long time ago he said he had a 10-year contract or something with him. That's the first question. Anwar doesn't have an agent. So Anwar, is he being represented by Ranjit, which it looks like? He is also a club owner. Multi-club ownership is an issue, right? He runs Minerva Academy and his Delhi FC. For example, they played together in the Indian Futsal National Championships. Listen, I have enough grounds. If I get that opportunity, I would think he's going to be out for the rest of his life. It's a life ban. It's not even a 2-year, 5-year, 10-year. It's a life ban. These kind of people should not be near football. They sell you the dream of taking you to the World Cup, What happened to Nandini Dairy sponsoring ISL is just a rumor. Rupam, it was a story in a serious business publication, right? But they announced it. I don't know if Nandini has done a tie-up with any of the ISL teams. Maybe that might be a story, but I have not seen any information in regard to Nandini coming in. The only one is, if you see the backdrops, if you see the advertising at the grounds, Parimatch News seems to be general sponsor of the ISL. But again, KVFC seems to get a lot of sponsors, just no silverware. Yeah, they've done a lot of things right. It's just that one has to be honest that they have done a lot of things, not everything right, but a lot of things right. So yeah, this year ISL broadcast quality is looking better than last year. Yeah, I too have that feeling. If you ask me, if I look at it, looks better quality. It's I like the graphics, simplistic but nice. In the last few years, it was always big and used to take a lot of space. This is like, it's minimalistic, it's simplistic, but it's classy. This is what I think. It's sponsor, but not title sponsor. Where is the sponsorship of Nandini? I mean, if you want, I can check the ISL page just right now, just to be sure before I say anything. There's only mention of Nivea as an official partner because they provide the ball, right? So there's no sponsoring. The scorecard is nice. Yeah, that's what I mean. The result is nice, and oh wow, it's the third East Bengal player picking up a yellow card within 25 minutes. Now, what's your take on I-League 3 to make it in the 10-team league? I think it's a good initiative. It's not a 10-team league, Kumar. It's going to be 2 groups of 5 instead, 1 group of 5. It gives, the possibilities to more because they have 2 teams, so they'll have the champions. So 1 out of 5 will go up, and the 2 sort of teams going up will play. And from that perspective, it's good. It gives a little bit of more. It gives more teams more matches, so that's good. But still, to me, I-League 3 is still more a tournament than a league, right? A league should be run like the ISL or I-League or even I-League 2 these days. So therefore, they're building it slowly, give it time, and that's what we need. Is there any update on VAR coming to ISL? Febin, nothing. So for me is another, the graphics were brilliant. Yep, they are. 3 yellow cards already. Exactly, Ranjan. My say. Sorry, it is I-League 2 or another. I-League 2 has also been, as you say, I-League 2 is expanded to 10 teams from 8, home and away. Good format, works. But I-League 3 also, the final round now is a 10-team competition. So those are sort of in tandem, let's put it this way. So that's happening. So yeah, very scrappy game from what I see. Right. But nothing. But BFC look more better in attacking, but East Bengal on the counter. So let's see. Another, I just joined, so can you please go through the AA saga one more time? There is no update. There is no update. So BSC met again today, but thanks to Manolo letting me know that BSC hearing was cut short because the deputy chairman, which happens to be Savio Messias, was in the car, so therefore the hearing was cut short. And my thoughts, the whole thing has become a joke. Sorry, I mean, if people are saying that this is about the player's life, then pay the bloody fine and then get on with it. If you're serious, you're not serious. You just want to rock the system. Don't follow the rules, and that's something which is there. My thoughts on this whole situation is it's sad. The player has not been advised properly, and that's a huge problem, right? That's a huge problem. That's the big thing. CFL is only focused on Kolkata sometime in Kolkata. Do you think Bengal should also have a franchise league like Kerala along with CFL? There were attempts 2012, 2013 to do franchise leagues in Bengal. I was involved in the second of the initiatives, which actually was never widely reported. We worked on it, but it never saw the day of of light. Difficult given current financial scenarios. The difference between Bengal and Kerala is Kerala does have quite a bit of money in the sense of that Malayalis abroad, especially in the Middle East, are willing to invest into football. So that's the difference between Kerala and Bengal at the moment. Another, it's difficult to watch both the match and YouTube live. Yeah, I mean, you can watch the match, but listen maybe to the live. And that is Venkatesh with the goal. Wow. What an ISL debut for the youngster. 25th minute, BFC take the lead. And that's the story, right? Vineeth Venkatesh, a boy who in 2013 was part of BFC's youth program, scores for BFC. That's the story. That's the story until now. Take a bow, little boy. Yeah. Ball across. Comes across. There's no offside. Ball goes wide and into the far corner. Yeah. Bangalore score. What a goal. Nice goal. Vinit. Yes. What was Chundunga doing? Yeah. I mean, Lal Chundunga, this positioning thing, I used to see regularly at Srinidhi. So therefore, it's, and that's the level of our Indian national team players, right? So therefore, not easy. But if I look at the first 25, 26 minutes, I would say BFC deservingly ahead. I don't know what you guys think. Let's see. So Farooq Chaudhary played very well today, I guess. Showcaster spoke about it early on. Best game that I've seen from Farooq Chaudhary in years. I will say. I mean, he's always had potential. Let me not lie. Austin Town, Huduga. Okay, another player from Austin Town. If you don't know, I don't know if Vinit Venkatesh, does anyone know if Vinit Venkatesh is somehow related to Shanmugam Venkatesh? But Venki, of course, is an Austin Town. Carlton Chapman used to be an Austin Town player, so there are quite few of them from that part of Bangalore. He's playing more like centre back than left back. Yeah, but he's actually a wing back. Huh? He's actually not a centre back. Chundunga. As far as I know, there's not a single club from outside Kolkata region and CFL have a complete fit to spread football across Bengal. Akash, 100%. The point is of the IFA Indian Football Association, which is older than the AIFF. Understand, right? It's supposedly the caretaker of Bengal football, but de facto it's the caretaker of Kolkata football, right? So from that perspective, yeah, I would say that they failed in their role, right? And not since yesterday, since they've been around, because their focus has always been Kolkata, and their focus has been also now for many years the big three, right? What about the documentaries where we say about their plans on social media handle? Which one do you mean? About the development, or what? Which document do you mean, Kumar? Can you just explain that to me? Right. If PSC all verdict is null and void, then the contract between Anwar and East Bengal also invalid as that is over. Then if it now get NOC, then can you play for East Bengal? I asked that question to a friend yesterday. I asked a friend yesterday. I said, listen, if the whole, if we go and take the court's decision, and the PSC has to now rework its order and make certain things a little bit more detailed. Okay, the PSC then again issues him an NOC. It's today, the 14th of September. The transfer window is closed, so he can't sign now. Now East Bengal will, if things go per plan, January and next summer, they can't sign him. So then it means Anwar Ali can only sign in January 2026 for East Bengal. The question then also is, can he rejoin Delhi FC, or does he if he terminates, does he rejoin Delhi FC, or what is his state? I mean, this whole situation is throwing up so many new questions, because it's making it complicated, because at some stage it could mean that Anwar could be out for a while, forcefully. And I think that is something, whatever these people say, they don't care about the player and his future. They care about their pockets. Come on, guys, be honest. Farouk had great positioning today as well as great composure and control over the ball today. Yeah, even that opportunity in the first half was good. Does a club from Bengal must register with IFA, or is there any way to direct register with AIFF? No, they have to register with the IFA. Or rather, not even with IFA, you actually have to register with your district, and your district is linked to your the district is linked to the state FA, right? So let's take the example of Mumbai. In Mumbai, you're registered with the Mumbai District Football Association, and the MDFA is registered with FIFA, and FIFA is with the AIFF. Kumar says on Twitter, just one sec, Kumar, let me find what you mean. What did BFC release on Twitter? Let me just search. What did they release? What are we talking about? When was this? Today? Kumar, just looking at media. Don't know what. Just let me know what it is in a little more detail, then I can tell you what. What's your opinion on Carlos Codra as a coach? I feel for me, he's too defensive. Right? They just showed a stats on regarding sprints in the first 30 minutes, and the guy who had the most sprints in the first 30 minutes is a certain Sunil Chetri, 16 of them. Yeah, Quadrat, too defensive in my opinion, also with the opportunities. And again, you're forced to play with two foreign centre backs. You know, no gamble on that front, and you lose the creativity of Mehdi Talal. And I don't know if you would do that in Kolkata, if that would work. So yeah. Oh, Stovic talked about the attempt on goal. Lalchungun not through, but over. For the first 30 minutes, Ryan was looking sharp too, but he fell off maybe because he was playing as right wing. He's played that against Odisha, but I think, for Chennaiyin, and now he's playing for Odisha. So, he wasn't his best. Let's put it this way. Or I would say that he wasn't at his best. The ego between Mohun Bagan and East Bengal look much bigger than in football. It might be hard, but these two teams are strong in football earlier also and now as well. Diptoraj, that's a sad thing. East Bengal and Mohun Bagan, and add Mohammedan to it as well, should be at the forefront of taking Indian football forward. But that's not happening. We're not even going sideways. We're going, at the moment, I feel we're going backwards. That is my concern, right? These clubs are fighting over players like they used to in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We are in the year 2024. There are rules and regulations by which you have to work, around the world. Yeah. So it's something which I feel is very sad, because it is something where we could do something much, much better. But these clubs also, people ask me why they spend so much money. I mean, if you just look at the figures that they're spending on Anwar, or willing to spend on Anwar, with that money, you can build a full academy, right? So that shows you the priority. Short-term success for these clubs is more important than long-term success. So that's something, and that understanding. Own coach of Chennaiyin put magic in Chennai. They had great chemistry in the attacking and midfield. Yeah, Showcast, Owen Coyle is a very impressive person, to say the least. And if I look at it, and that's something which is going to be a problem, and for other teams, that Owen gets the best out of his players. Namte, good example today, right? And let's see. Foul, Ijaji Maher, little outside of the box, a little to the right of the goal. Could be something maybe for Sunil, for Noguera. Let's see. In 22, Vidyashag University women team won KL India Championship. This level talent is mainly for Jungle Mahal area. Our people deserve at least a club representation in CFL. See, Jungle Mahal players, as far as I know, Akash, maybe correct me. Jungle Mahal players have been playing in the CFL in different teams. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, Sunil. Cheeky. Direct one. Side netting. Yesterday, Nofal played amazing. Today, Farouk. If these players keep consistent, it's a blessing for Indian football. Showcast. And there you mentioned the most important word, consistency. Can Farouk do this for 4-5 matches? If he can, Farouk suddenly becomes a candidate for October. I mean, he has international experience for India, right? So therefore, that's the situation as it stands. If he can, if others can, they suddenly become candidates for the national team. Why should anyone from outside of Kolkata region watch CFL matches when we don't have any representation? Sorry for out of topic comment. No, Akash, you're right. I mean, it's a very valid question. I guess that's why the CFL tries to make the big three in regard to having them play here, there, and everywhere. But yeah, East Bengal getting a transfer is sad for KBFC. Major customer lost for us. Oh, very nice one. Now all I see is Northeastern Kerala players in every big team. Bengali dominance is over a long time ago. Even CFL seen no Bengali players. Yeah, but that's been a problem, right? Because the clubs don't want to develop their own talent. The Northeastern clubs develop their players, but how much of effort do the Bengal clubs put in? And what kind of talent is still what kind of talent is available? So that's a question. Right? So I will not, and surprised after all this saga might start the downfall of Anwar Ali as player. Dipturaj, I hope not. In the interest of Indian football, I hope not. But you might be right. It's a concern. It's a concern that the player has got himself into a situation where he can't get out of, and that's a big problem for Anwar Ali, right? He's in a situation in which he is, and he's I don't see him getting out of it. I don't see him getting out of it, and this will haunt him. No? This will haunt him if he doesn't play well at East Bengal. He's going to be under pressure. If he plays against Mohun Bagan, the former teammates, national team colleagues are not happy. And let's wait and see. And that's the challenge, right? That's the challenge on where things go, right? That's where we are these days, right? Another basic is a document about club blueprint about their youth development, etc. I will try to put the link. Please do, because I'm doing trying to do a live, so can't be sorry, searching for things so much. So let me get something to drink. Sorry. Yeah, that's another reality. And BFC tried to do something. It's interesting, Hijazi Maher getting away with a lot of fouls. I think the third or fourth from him. Still no card. The others got it quite quickly. 40th minute of play. And those of you who might be new to the channel, welcome. This is Anwar Chaudhary. You're on arunfoot on my YouTube. If you are new and you like what you're hearing, what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel. If you like what you're seeing, do leave a like or share with people. Let us grow the community. Yesterday, the video had 49 likes, so thanks a lot for that. So therefore, yeah, and also I'm on a regular basis producing short time videos on Indian football mainly, sometimes German or European football. Indian footballs have done a series so far of presenting, doing a nice preview of the clubs. BFC was the latest today. BFC East Bengal. Actually, I wanted to do it earlier, but I had a technical problem with software that I couldn't do it yesterday. Northeast United, Chennaiyin, Kerala Blasters, Odisha FC Goa, Mumbai City, and Mohun Bagan, of course. And tomorrow morning, I will do one on Punjab FC. So that's that. And again, other videos in there as well. A lot of explainer videos on the whole Anwar situation, if you like and think. And that's the reality. I think you very much understand, Asa, that even in CFL, Big Three have very few local players. Instead of wasting money on overpaid Indian players, they should build good academy. Again, Akash, I totally agree. And again, that's the problem, right? That's the problem of clubs not wanting to spend the money on on development. And again, it's easy to then say, listen, it's the AIFF, it's this, it's that. Development happens normally around the world at the clubs. The AIFF is forced into things, right? And that means, that's one of those realities, right? That's one of those realities. The India under-20 playing I-League, why is it happening? Because the clubs are not the transition period from 16 to 21 is something which needs to be sorted. And if we don't do that, we're not gonna get out of it. So these are realities. So yeah, this is something. Counter-attack for BFC, 42 minutes played. Roshan with this nice new hairstyle. I don't know how you like it. But yeah, it's development is something you have to do. And if you don't want to do development, you run after players, and that's what is happening left, right, and center. And it's hurting us. It's hurting us in a big way in Indian football, that we're not able to produce the players that we want, that we need to take Indian football forward. And as long as we don't invest that money, and I think if FSDL extends its contract with the AIFF next summer, I think for next season onwards, they need to find certain solutions on how to, on how to sort these issues, right? FSDL needs to then think, does the salary cap make sense, right? The whole Anwar issue is there because Mohun Bagan and Anwar worked around it by taking the player long-term on loan because they didn't want to put him on a salary cap. So therefore, all kinds of monies need to be so a little bit of a verbal argument with Chununga and Zaragoza. So the point here is, I think FSL will extend. Akash, if you're that positive, congratulations to you. I mean, if the realities are the way they are at the moment, I don't see an extension. There's been no talk about the matter, right? Whatever people say. So therefore, this is something which is important. If FSDL pulls out and the ISL is no longer reality, I don't know where Indian football will be. Yeah. So that's that. And for me, I think that's a very important point not to forget. Let's see. Hi there. Which force band AIFF youth did not happen? It is a golden rule. If you develop kids, your football standard grow. It's not on the AIFF. It's on all stakeholders, right? Again, for me. It's on all stakeholders, and it's on the clubs. So therefore, let's wait and see. It's gonna be interesting to see, and yeah, that's the reality. that's the reality, and so let's wait and see what happens. I'm trying to share the link in the comments section. Another online public said that clubs offering 2 contracts side by side. One is the official, other is side contract. Yeah, that's happening. That is happening on a regular basis. So do we really know what is being earned by the players really, or what is going to the agents? What is via the agents going back to the players? There needs to be a recalibration of. I think the Anwar Ali saga is a very good example of that. There needs to be a whole recalibration of this whole scenario, because this is something which is a huge problem at the moment, and there seems to be no solution to it. This is something which is, for me at least, is very evident that we need a solution to this, and there needs to be change. It needs to be fast change so that the right things happen. Good promo, good social media management, even good animations indicate ISL-11 will continue. I hope so. If AIFF will ruin immediately. Akash, that doesn't have to do anything. It has to do with the people who know their work and did a good job, and that is not a reason for FSDLs to say we'll continue. I know for a fact that no conversations have happened. Right, that's the reality. So therefore, difficult. But as I say, let's wait and see. I hope that something is sorted out, and that's in the best interest of Indian football. So let's hope things are sorted. Right. So a lot of fight on the field over there now. So no problem for Gurpreet. 3 minutes of injury time in this first half. Thoughts on MVSG performance? Are you talking about Mohun Bagan, or are you talking about some player's name? Right, to let me know. Wow. Mohun Bagan. All right. I found them poor. If you ask me, I found Mohun Bagan poor in the first half, and the second half of that game, Mumbai City couldn't get the points. And on the other side, halftime, BFC lead 1-0 against East Bengal, deservingly, I would say. Great Vinit Venkatesh goal, giving East Bengal the lead. And Carlos Quadrat, first point of call, the referee, as always. It's Crystal John's fault. It's not your fault. It's not your player's fault. When will this nonsense stop? Anyway, I wasn't impressed with Mohun Bagan. I thought Mohun Bagan did the same mistakes that they've been doing now for 3-4 matches. Mumbai City will kick itself in the wherever, because they need to realize, because they couldn't. Yeah, because Mohun Bagan had the opportunities and scored of those. First one was Fluke. Second one was a good goal by Alberto. But Mumbai City didn't take their chances. And if Mumbai had taken their chances, I think Mumbai would have won, and would have won comprehensively yesterday. And I think there was only one deserving winner after that game. But this is the first match of the season. It showed Peter Kratky was willing to make calls when it was needed. Good substitutions, good changes. Team is very well prepared. So yeah, it just convinced me now even more that after what I saw yesterday, that surely Mumbai City, to me, amongst the favourites to lift the ISL League shield. Why do you think FSDL will not continue? Financial loss? Listen, financial loss is one factor. They've not made a penny over the last, I don't know how many years, right? So that's one of those realities, right? But on the other side, it's the relationship with the AIFF. right? How is the relationship with the AIFF, right? That's the question. That's the challenge that FSDL at the moment has. And for me, I don't know where the solution is in regard to short, mid, long term. How can they sort it out? How can they ensure the growth of the ISL in a way that the ISL is making money, not only what making money for everybody. The league is losing money, the clubs are losing money, the federation is not making extra money. All of those things are factors, right? So therefore, these are things which are there and which makes it difficult for the federation, which makes it difficult for the for your marketing partners. And at the moment, I think the marketing partners need to find some sort of solution how to make money for themselves and for the federation and for everyone in the system. Ashish Naik in his live said we should call I-League and even I-League 2 strikers the national team. Okay, that's Ashish's opinion. My opinion is we need to recognize who is capable of playing international football, period. And I think there are a lot of players who are being picked up left, right, and center because they're playing a few good games here and there, and then we put into the national team who do not deserve to be in the national team. Right? Let me be very honest on that. And that is my concern, that we are calling up XYZ to the national team who, in my opinion, do not deserve to play there. And that is, I think, a big, big, big challenge for Indian football, that we recognize. And Bob Hart used to say that, listen, I might not pick the best players, I pick the right players. And that's the point. He used to pick who is right and who is capable of playing international football. There might be some players who are great at local level, you know. Prime example is David. He's not even getting game time in ISL. Yeah or no? But did you expect, or does anyone expect him to get game time in ISL with Diamantakos and then Clayton sitting on the bench? You know, so that's the reality, no? Kumar, I don't see your last comment. I said no what Ashish Negi said, and thereafter I don't see anything. Sorry. Another, it means business structure of ISL should be restructured. Needs to be thought about, right? That's one of those challenges, yeah, that we need to think about. One thing, just one second, guys. Sorry, guys, just had to step aside. So thoughts on Vineet Venkatesh. I'm impressed. Saw first full half of the boy. You know, to me, has potential, but again, I'm not going to talk about potential. And again, he's going to play well today, and then the next 5 matches, nothing's going to happen. So therefore, I don't want to put pressure on him. Give him the time, give him the chance. But the boy has potential. Training, of course, with players like Sunil and others. I mean, one of the things, if you can learn Sunil's work and training ethics, yeah, that would be great for the boy. I mean, he even not got very few minutes. But Arnav, that's the problem. If I'm saying I want to get I-League strikers or I-League 2 strikers, Irfan Yadwad is a good example. I remember I saw him at FC Bengaluru United 2 seasons ago, and he was top scorer for them. And then now he went to Chennaiyin last season, had, of course, the one or the other moment. But Irfan Yadwad, is he ready for the national team? And I've had that conversation with a few people, you know. And let's see. let's see what happens. But I don't see it. For me, it makes no sense. And everyone is entitled to their opinions, but I don't see an I League or I League Two striker being the answer to India's problems, and rather than try a false nine. Another, he said that FSDL also knows about the side contract, but they are also acting like they do not know anything. Ashish said that removing salary cap, every club exploiting the loopholes. Okay, that's what Ashish said and thinks. Mendes looking very good today. Yeah, creating, it's a different kind of nuisance, I would say, than Jorge Pereira Diaz would be. But Mendes, first match in the ISL, sorry, looks good. Mohun is just 19 years of age. Yeah, private agent, looks exciting. Good goal comes on top of that, right? So therefore, for me, already good to see that such a young boy is able to sort of make that kind of an impact. So yeah, looks very, very good so far. So let's wait and see what he's able to do or not do. But the boy is trying his bit to not only make but also be an impact player for his team, right? So therefore, that way, I am at least impressed by him. Quadrat's tactics not good. Manolo, that's the way he is. If you, again, I said it last year, when you bring in Carlos Quadrat, you know who you're bringing in, right? Ashish said one more thing, that instead of putting salary cap, allow all the clubs as much as want, but ask the club to spend 10% of their entire budget of the season. Kumar, they're not going to do that. Nice idea. Again, and this is, I know a lot of people are talking here, there, everywhere. Everybody's got an opinion, but yeah, work in the ISL, work in the ISL club, then you know what the realities are. So therefore, nice thoughts. Yeah, but in Indian system, again, look at MLS. MLS, the league knows throughout the year what you're spending, where you're spending, how you're spending. That's American professional sports. It's not even in Europe, right? Look at the state of Jourdain de Bordeaux, who had to leave Ligue 2, the second tier, and go down. So, yeah. Will Carlos survive whole season? No, good question. If he loses today, he's going to he already got a lot of stick after the Duran Cup. Carlos is on a very sticky wicket because those of you who haven't, have a look. I've created a video on it. Carlos is in a difficult situation because there is massive expectations from him, right? Because he now has been given a much better team. But if he's playing the way he's playing, because he's security first. This is perfect example of Carlos Quadrat, safety first. That's why he's playing Hijazi and Hector Houston, right? Therefore, Mehdi Talal is on the bench. The most creative player of last season is on the bench. Can't be. Yeah. So, I don't know. What's your take on salary cap? Should it be there or not? Kumar, it depends. To me, if you can make the salary cap work, it's great. If you can't make the salary cap work, then remove it. But then you have to have some sort of mechanism of checking and controlling budgets, and also enabling or enforcing spends on youth development, on grassroots, and on certain other things as well. I think Major League Soccer does it brilliantly, forcing new franchises who come into MLS to ensure also that they're going to be building infrastructure. So therefore, this is something but again, that's Major League Soccer. So we are far away from it. Hijazi should have been sent off, but not a yellow now. Yeah, Manolo, I said it a while ago. He's also played to foreigners as Anwar is banned. Yeah, Manolo, but even if Anwar didn't impress me the other day, right? That's the other problem. Even if you're forced to play Anwar, and look at Lalchung Nunga played last season, right? He doesn't have the trust even in Lalchung Nunga to be playing a centre back. Chetri has looked sharp thus far. Yeah, Sunil looked good. That free kick was really Sunil like cheeky, as I know my friend, Mr. Chetri. But But yeah, I would say deserving lead for BFC so far. East Bengal need to change track, needs to change tactics, need to be more aggressive, needs to be more attacking. You have the options, and that's the question for Carlos Cuadrado. Will he put on the options? Will he change? Will he bring on Mehdi Talal? And for example, if you, I don't know, worst case, take off Saul Crespo and put Mehdi Talal in if you think your defense is so important. But then can Jigson and Shovik block that in the middle? That would be an interesting test. So therefore, there are a lot of subplots in this game that I already see, interesting ones, and therefore it's going to be interesting to see how we see the progress of these two teams, because it is the opener, and it gives you an eye, on where this whole journey could be heading. Onamala, what FSL should try to do to improve the quality of the league and also about youth development? First of all, the first question that I would have is, are they extending the contract? And if they're extending the contract, what's going to happen about the future, right? The question here is very, very simple. If FSDL wants to develop the league, improve the league, is it wise to continue to grow the league? So that's the first question. The question of relegation comes in because that has been asked by the AFC as part of the roadmap. It was there. This year, you can say, and youth development, they need to create a mechanism. Apala. If with Anwar's fine, Mohun bring a 13 crore salary striker, can Anwar stop him wasting money? Why wasting such money on a player? Ridiculous. Yeah. So will there be a new coach for U20? Not as far as I know. So you were praised in the latest 420 grams episode. Ishan, yeah, thank you. I know, yeah, old Indian football case. Thanks to Arjun, to Ashish, and to Annie. Yeah, great to see him. Saw the episode was good. And again, Ashish has done some good research on that whole topic. If FSDL won't continue, then what will happen? Chetan, good question. I don't know. If you ask me, anything is possible with this whole scenario. It's to me, it's not clear what will happen, but it's it's a crazy bit of a scenario, because let's see what happens. And kickoff in Bangalore, we've seen attack. Let's see what happens, but I'm not sure if FSD pull out. I don't know if the ISL will be there and will continue. Please do a show with 420 grams. Well, they have to invite me, right? I can't invite myself. So if the guys want me on, why not? Vagabond says Nufal, yeah. Yeah, good few minutes yesterday. ISL over then, yeah, that could be danger. They praised your platform website saying yours was the only platform updates back in the day. Yeah, I know. IndianFootball.com was my baby. Chris Punakatu Daniel, with whom I met on Thursday, my good old friend, also lives here in Germany, of course. Yeah, those were the days. There was no, live streaming and all. We would wait for things to happen, and yeah, totally different. Mumbai City, Nufal, Vagabond with love emojis. Nufal versus Murtada Fall. Yeah, nice one, Guardiola. So any update on ISL sponsor this season? Was hearing rumors about Hero. Ishan, I have heard nothing. As you can see in the backdrop, there is a Parimatch News cam carpet in the background. That's the only sponsor which has come in. Yeah, but otherwise nothing. ISL did great advertisement this season. If they make profit this season, then it'll be great, or else it might reduce investment. ISL showcase with no sponsors, how are you going to make profits, right? Ashish put tweet that changing Anwar Ali Delhi FC's original 10-year contract to 8-year without support and government's was moved to East Bengal. Yeah, so it means that there is someone in the AIFF working for him. That would be my thing. right? Do you think sacking Ivan was a bad idea? I think instead of sacking him, giving him good bench strength, ensuring proper reserve when players get injured would have been the right thing to do. I don't think so. I think the time was over. The coach was there for quite some time, Ajay. Couldn't deliver the goods, went into this tantrum of, everything negative, this, that, everything. Doesn't work. When the last time you ate machid jhol, and off topic, last week, I guess. No foul versus Mohun Bagan. Let's wait. Give the boy some time. Terma says, Namaste, feel great. What an amazing talent. I have to respect everyone. Yeah. So it would be interesting if BC switches to Sana and Beke, taking Jovanovic out. They can thus add a foreign up top in order to score more goals if the need arises. They could do that, but again, Jovanovic has been solid at the back. Yeah. So, yeah. In Google, Punjab FC logo is Minerva FC logo. Does Minerva or Ranjit own Punjab FC? No, they're owned by Round Glass. Is it? 1 second. Let me just do a Google search. No, Punjab FC is Punjab FC. That's not the Minerva logo. Sorry. Showcase, wrong info. iPad's doing better now. Ishan, thanks a lot for asking. Doing much, much better. My mom is back home after 5 weeks of rehabilitation. The weather is a little tricky now. It's become quite cold over the last few days here in Germany. So that's an issue, but otherwise doing fine. Thank you for asking. Tomorrow's match prediction, KBFC was Punjab FC. Febin, I'm biased on this one, and I say this in advance. I helped set up Punjab FC, so for me, I'll be a little biased on PFC, and will hope that they can pull off something going to the Blasters. With all that's happened at the Blasters, would be interesting. I think PFC is one of my dark horses, but Blasters at home, of course, is tough to play and beat. So therefore, yeah. Or now the why Indian coaches make a lot of comments about foreign coaches going out of India try to prove their caliber, because they're in their safe space, they're at home. Brilliant to see BFC playing with much better intensity this opener. Yeah, looks better, looks more organized. So, Zaragoza getting this team to work. So looks much, much better, guys. So 1 hour, 20 minutes. I'll do it another 2 minutes and then I'll slowly have to leave. So do Indian assistant coaches of ISL clubs make good enough money? Of course they do, Ishan. Yeah. They to the rest of the world, they make better money. It's not only the players who are overpaid. The coaches are overpaid as well in India, right? The whole system is overpaid. Even the foreign coaches are overpaid in India for the standard that they come from, right? Chance for East Bengal, long distance effort from Nanda. So I'll slowly come to the end. Yes, I'm watching it via OneFootball. Exactly, that's what is working. Slowly coming to the end. And let me, as always, like, share, and subscribe. 1,686 subscribers. Thank you very much. So we're slowly getting to the 1,700 mark. So let's keep on growing the community. 25 likes. Thank you for that as well, guys. And yes, always like, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow I will be back, most probably a little later, because I have a football game tomorrow to be in the afternoon. So I'll try and do 10 o'clock, but might be a little later. So the warning in advance. And as I said, like, share, and subscribe. Do watch the videos that I've made on the ISL teams. Be it on, today was, of course, BFC and East Bengal, earlier Northeast, Chennaiyin, Kerala, Odisha, Goa, Mumbai City, and Mohun Bagan. Tomorrow I'll make one on Punjab FC to slowly get to the end of it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.